Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Ryan. If you're passionate about building real world AI projects, you are in the right place. This is the third video in the demo series where we build practical AI applications from scratch. We are building an AI powered podcast summarizer, but don't let the name fool you. This tool works for any video or audio content. The best part, it runs entirely in Google Colab. No expensive GPUs, no complex setup. Whether you are a podcast junkie craving for fast takeaways, a content creator looking to turn audio into YouTube shorts, an AI explorer diving into NLP and diffusion, or a dev searching for a polished collab workflow, you're in the right place. Let's break it down. This is an AI-powered pipeline that transforms long podcast episodes into short, polished videos. We start with YouTube and YTDLP to fetch and extract the audio. Whisper handles transcription. Then Facebook BART breaks it down into digestible chunks. Mistral 7B refines the summaries for clarity. Gemini Flash gives it that final polish with Smart Pro. We bring the words to life using text-to-speech and diffusers for images. Add some cinematic background music and Moviepy stitches it all into one seamless shareable clip. All done, fully automated. Let's build it. We kick things off by swiftly installing the essential libraries. Tools for downloading YouTube content, extracting audio, performing transcription with Whisper, summarizing with transformers, and building interactive UIs. Next, we neatly import everything we need, checking for GPU availability, loading audio and transcription tools like Whisper, summarization models from transformers, and interactive UI widgets, organized clearly, making our workflow smooth and efficient. We've set up a streamlined pipeline that grabs videos directly from YouTube playlist, extracts audio, converts it into Whisper compatible WAV format, and transcribes it locally into clear text. Then, using a powerful BART-based summarizer from Hugging Face, we quickly generate concise, insightful summaries, all steps neatly wrapped into intuitive functions, making summarizing your favorite videos effortless. First, we quickly confirm GPU availability, ensuring optimal performance for our models. Then we load the Whisper base model, perfect for fast, accurate transcriptions. To summarize, we are using Facebook's powerful BART model, loading it seamlessly via Hugging Face. With everything now set, we are ready to turn audio into concise, meaningful summaries. All right, let's grab videos directly from the All In podcast playlist. Because who doesn't love a little banter, market insights, and tech talk drama from our favorite group of besties? Here's our curated list, ready to dive in and summarize. Now let's make things easy and fun. With this drop down menu, you can effortlessly choose any video from our all in playlist. Simply pick your favorite episode and we'll handle the rest. We picked our episode. Now let's grab the title and URL from the drop down and get ready to download. Time to strip the sound. We download the audio from the selected YouTube video and save it as a clean MP3 file, perfect for transcription and summarization. Next, we convert the MP3 to a 16 kHz mono WAV file, the format Whisper loves for accurate transcription. Just a quick tune-up before the AI kicks in. Now, let Whisper do its magic. We are using the base model, fast, efficient, and perfect for prototyping, especially on Google's T4 GPU. It strikes a solid balance between speed and accuracy for English content. If you want more precision or multi language support, you can easily swap in a larger model later. To make summarization smooth and accurate, we split the transcript into overlapping chunks. This helps preserve context across segments. Then we load everything into a Hugging Face dataset to prep it for fast summarization, efficient and scalable. Now, we batch process our transcript chunks through the BART summarizer, making the whole process faster and more efficient. All our chunk summaries now come together to form one clean, cohesive summary. We print a quick preview so you can get a taste of the insights straight from the podcast distilled by AI. Now that we've got our final summary, we save it along with the video title using Python's pickle module, everything bundled into .pickle file and backed up to Google Drive. So it's safe, shareable, and ready when you need it. We move on to part 2 of this notebook. Let's dive in. This one's all about isolating components and leveling up creativity. We are combining 4 powerful tools: Mistral for summarization, Gemini Flash for narration, Stable Diffusion for visual generation, and Moviepy for stitching it all into a cinematic masterpiece. We start by installing the essentials: LLMs, text to speech engines, UI widgets, and image generation tools. Then we load our saved podcast summary from Google Drive, and just like that, we are ready to bring ideas to life through voice, visuals, and video. Time to plug in our secret sauce, API keys. We enter them securely. Don't worry, they stay hidden, and store them in a .env file for safe and easy access later. We are now setting up our AI engine. First, we connect to OpenRouter to use the free Mistral 7B model for smart summarization. Then, we configure Gemini from Google for rich image aware narration. And finally, we load a tokenizer to help us split long text into token friendly chunks, ready for action. This is where the magic happens. We first split our long transcript into manageable overlapping chunks using token counts. Each chunk is then summarized using the free Mistral model via OpenRoute. Fast, efficient, and perfect for breaking down long form audio. Once we get all the partial summaries, we send them to Gemini Flash, which stitches everything into one clean, cohesive podcast summary. It's a dream team: Mistral for speed, Gemini for structure, giving us high quality results without hitting token limits. Below, we've built an interactive voice lab right inside the notebook. This setup lets you enter any text, pick between Google Text to Speech or Microsoft Edge Text to Speech, and choose from a wide variety of voices, accents, and styles. We fetch over 300 English voices from Edge Text to Speech and support global languages via Google Text to Speech. You can preview your narration instantly, powered by clean async handling for smooth playback in Colab. Whether you want cinematic drama or a calm podcast tone, just type, click, and listen.
Hashtag 12-day war. Socialism wins in NYC. Stocks all-time high. AI copyright. Science Corner. Podcast.
Everything is rendered as expected. Let's move on. Now, we capture your selected text to speech service and voice, just confirming your choices before generating the final narration. Now, we turn words into visuals. Using an LLM, we distill the podcast summary into compact, vivid prompt under 30 tokens, highlighting the topic, mode, and setting. Then, we load up Stable Diffusion on the GPU, ready to transform that prompt into stunning AI generated art. It's fast, efficient, and brings the podcast to life visually. We grab the first line from the summary, turn it into a vivid prompt, and pass it through stable diffusion to generate our opening scene. Blurry, distorted, bad hands. Yup, we told the model what not to do. You're welcome. And while you're using a smaller model here for speed, remember, bigger models is equal to juicier visuals. But hey, this is a fun tutorial, not an IMAX premiere yet. Let's check out the first AI generated scene. Time to unleash stable diffusion on all our podcast scenes, frame by frame. We loop through each moment, generate a clean visual prompt, and politely ask the model not to give us extra limbs or nightmare fuel. Each image gets saved neatly to disk like an AI powered storyboard. And just like that, we've got ourselves a gallery of podcast moments, zero paintbrush required. Let's spice things up with a soundtrack. We grab a royalty free banger from Sound Helix because what's a montage without epic music, right? Cue the AI generated beats, perfect for demos, testing, or pretending you are editing a movie trailer in Colab. Let's hit play and set the mood. Time to gather all the visuals we just created. We scan the generated images folder, sort the scene files, and prep them for a final video. Think of this as lining up your AI artwork for its big cinematic debut. If nothing's found, we throw a friendly little tantrum in the form of an error. Lights, camera, Python. We now bring everything together using Moviepy. Our narration, music, and AI generated visuals. We evenly time the images to match the voiceover, blend in some background music, and mix it all into a single polished video. It's like editing software, but cooler, because it's all done with code. And just like that, we export the final masterpiece. Before I share the final video result, a quick note. All the code, Colab notebooks, GitHub links, and related articles are provided in the video description below. Feel free to explore, experiment, and make your own creations. And now, here's your video.
Hashtag 12-day war. Socialism wins in NYC. Stocks all-time high. AI copyright. Science Corner. Podcast. Trump's actions are lauded for preventing a wider war and preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. A stance popular with the American public. The podcast acknowledges the significant geopolitical impact of this event, the potential for future conflicts, and the role of press leaks in a democratic society. The discussion also briefly touches upon the assassination of Qasem Soleimani and its economic and regional implications, including the US and China's shared interest in Middle Eastern modernization. Shifting to domestic politics, the podcast discusses the surprising victory of Zohran Mamdani, a progressive New York State Assemblyman, over Andrew Cuomo in the Democratic mayoral primary. Mamdani's platform, including defunding the police, is analyzed, along with concerns about the potential exodus of high-income earners from New York City due to rising taxes and the student loan debt crisis. Mamdani's campaign promises, such as free pizza and bagels, are mentioned. The segment also features Michael Precios and his focus on AI and crypto in his political platform. The podcast further explores the current economic climate, noting the record high of Uber's stock price, despite previous market downturns. The speakers analyze the Federal Reserve's interest rate policies, debating their necessity and impact on economic growth and the velocity of money. The potential for future volatility and the possibility of a change in Federal Reserve leadership are also discussed. Finally, the podcast addresses the legal implications of using copyrighted material in AI training. A federal court ruling on Anthropic's use of copyrighted books is examined, emphasizing the distinction between input and output in determining copyright infringement. Podcast ends with a brief mention of a study showing age reversal in monkeys through stem cell engineering, and a discussion about David Letterman's use of Bitcoin and Gibble coin.